another really nice crossbred ram down here to kind of get a ram show kick-started. One that you really have to appreciate when you look at him from the side and from behind, the amount of skeleton length that he offers, from the point of his shoulder back. One that's really, really good in terms of rib shape, and one that offers a lot of power. He's kicking out on the move and got plenty of flexibility. And one that really gets him maybe a tick more exotic in the front on third, and offers, maybe that extra look into the bad swing. But one that offers plenty of competition and a lot of good looks to, further on down the line and we.
Now we'll bring back both of the ram lambs, the natural ram lamb and the crossbred ram, to compete for the Supreme Champion meat ram and the Reserve Supreme Champion meat ram.
I think they were supposed to go to Emily. I think she needs just one more from the first champion. He gave just one we'll put back because he gave a different one to her.
As we kind of look into a ram drive and a ram show here, you don't have a lot of them here, but I don't think that's anything to take away from the ones that are here. I think these two really high quality rams here. Two different types of rams in my mind too, and types of rams I think that you can use on different types of use. But for me, I think there's a few key differences. When you evaluate the ram young lady, this is the one that's longest young and longest spine. He's better spine when you get him out of the move, and he's staying a little more solid when he does so. It's staying further to his foot at the ground. And then, when you get out in front of him, he might even be a little over-chested, but as much as anything, stays a lot more solid for third. And then as you kind of wrap into that natural ram, he's the one that's the softer ability. He's the one that offers some more muscle composition. But the one that gets a little more tubular, a little more louder in terms of the muscle shape and the way that it's put together. But one that can service plenty of use or both of them could. But for me, the young lady is the one that offers a couple extra pieces that I think are both in the ram deal. We'll kind of evaluate these and make some medals for the long term. So could be a champion in the years.
Supreme Champion meat ram goes to Emily Schillinger with tag 0101, and Reserve Supreme Champion meat ram goes to Emily Schillinger. All backdrop photos will be taken at the conclusion of the entire purebred and breeding lamb and goat shows. Next up, we'll have the fall black-faced crossbred ewe lamb, one entry by Clara Foley, born September 1st to December 31st, 2022.
nice small U to start out the U show with. One that you have to like from the side, offers plenty of balance. One that's more than ankle in the condition and maybe handle just a little heavier than we would like to see at this point in the game for some of these small U's. But one that offers plenty of composition and plenty of good looks from the side. I think that they will make a nice pretty piece for the afternoon.
Next class, we have a junior spring white-faced crossbred ewe, one entry by Ryan Foley, on March 1st to August 31st, 2023.
Another nice thing for you, Landon, we'll start out here with one that you really have to like. The amount of rhythm as well this one has. I think this one offers a lot of good playing and a lot of good in terms of look to her. When you get behind this, you got it from the run, but she's not overly explosive, but when you can really see the movie setting, young men are really hard to make sure it's presented, giving her one as well.
So our champion white-faced crossbred ewe went to Ryan Foley. Next class, we have one entry into the yearling Hampshire ewe class. It's by Kylie Frankhauser.
And Mom, kidding. This one just gets first place because she'll come in with Emily, which is also first place. I'm gonna announce that.
Really nice black-faced view, another single entry that really deserves some acknowledgement. You know, this is one that is really square from the way it's built. One that might get a little nickel tight together for me, but one that, you know, you really have to appreciate the composition and power this one brings and stay square on all angles. Really nice symmetrical to put together view that you have to like it at the end of the day.
First place goes to Kylie Frankhauser, and Kylie will be coming back in the ring in a moment to compete for the champion Hampshire ewe. Next class is our senior spring Hampshire ewe lamb. One entry by Emily Schulman, born January 1st to February 28th.
Another single entry here that I really would encourage you to focus on. This is one that I think you really need to tie into for several different reasons. This is one of those ewes that I think could almost play in both lanes very handily. One that really sticks out, is muscular, but you don't hardly even notice if he's set behind her because she's so feminine and so good turning from the side, but still has that deep swooping rib and plenty of cargo there in the middle portion of her cage to be able to play. Another one that's really highly presented. It was relatively fresh for this point in the game after the summer jackpot season, but really nice use for the FA.
First place goes to Emily Schillenberg. And now we're asking Kylie Frankhauser and Emily Schillenberg to come back in the ring to compete for the champion Hampshire Youth.
We get on in the division. I think there's two really nice sheep here that are presented. I think there's some key differences between them. Yeah, that's maybe a little earlier maturing in age that, might be a little greener in terms of the conditions and pounds per day of age. And then we have another ewe out here that I think, been put together really nicely, one that's been fed to a point to where she's presented, in a really nice way. I think this one offers plenty of rib shape and dimension and a lot of good feminine characteristics with plenty of power to go with her. She'll be your champion at later too.
Our champion Hampshire Ewe Lamb goes to Emily Schillenberg, and our reserve champion Hampshire Ewe goes to Kylie Frankhauser. Next up, we have our senior spring Dorset Ewe Lamb, one entry by Emily Schillenberg on January 1st to February 28th, 2023.
Another really nice representative from the division here. One that I think you really need to gravitate toward in a lot of different situations. One that you have to appreciate for what she offers in terms of muscle and composition, but in a more maternal era, I think this one has plenty of rib and a lot of good dimension in the cage. If you want to get off the critical run, maybe this one breaks better for slightly in her hip bone junction, but let's get the critical run. Get one that's really got a lot of nice pieces put together for a nice use for this lady.
Our champion Dorset Ewe goes to Emily Schillenberg. And next up, we have our senior spring natural Ewe Lamb, born January 1st to February 2023. 2 entries, one with Heather Hayes and one with Emily Schillenberg.
class, I think there's a lot of arguments to be made different ways, but I'm going to kind of picture them the way I see them, and the way I kind of look at this set of ewes is there's kind of two types of ewes here, and I gravitate towards the one here, but I think this one's the one that's a little fresher on today. This is the one that is a little more feminine in the way she blends into the shoulders or a couple of feathers, and the one that makes it a little more unique when you think about trying to construct a sheep. But most importantly, when you start tying into these things in the ground, this one I think is the best footed one. I think this one ties in with the most structural integrity. Yeah, she breaks a little bit as you get into her hip bone junction, but she's also the proper one of the two. She doesn't have as much coverage with her top. But when you really study this on the ground, her feet all point in the right direction. In terms of being really careful in one, I think this one's just a little bit better at the ground than the one behind her. But not to take away from that one that comes in two, I think this one's also powerful. She's the style made one. She's really constructed one. But she's the one that, when we start to look at her, she's the one that's a little less feminine in the way she's in the front and the third. And we said her together, maybe this is the one that might not be quite as good as the one with the one ahead of her. But like I said, very, very good set of ewes. All different ways you can look at it.
Our champion natural ewe lamb was shown by Emily Schillinger, and the reserve champion natural ewe lamb was shown by Heather Hayes. Now we're going to bring back all of our champion lambs along with the reserve champion lambs. So first up will be Clara Foley, then behind her Ryan Foley. Then we'll have Kylie Frankhauser. Then we'll have Emily Schillinger, tag 2096.
Actually, I think I messed up. Hey, Mom, I think I messed up. I'm supposed to go to the
Actually, Kylie, I think I messed up. I'm sorry. Emily will go in front of Kylie. Sorry, Tristan. And Kylie, you'll line up behind Tristan. And then next we'll have Emily Schillinger with her Dorset U2143. Then we'll have Emily with her natural U tag 20106. Then behind her we'll have Heather Hayes with tag 0969.
I think I really messed up. I know, I really screwed up. Sorry. I think I really screwed it up. Sorry, Isaiah. That's my bad. Sorry, Isaiah. I shouldn't be an announcer. It's I shouldn't be an Sorry. What do you think? So obviously one's going to get the Supreme Champion meet you and then one's going to get the Reserve Supreme Champion. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Last year I did it too, but she asked me about it. I just need to learn how to announce on my second. And I like messed up. I said my wrong people.
When you get out in your U brand right here, I think you've got some different representations from some different parts of the industry. You're going to get reach standards, you're going to kind of let people vision for it. But for me, I kind of base this back down as we do in the prospect channel. You got to start at the ground with them and start building from the ground up. Because when I start thinking about building you, I think we've got to think about the firm characteristics alongside of getting them putting an egg underneath of it to get them out to be able to go. And I think there's two teams that remember that very similarly. They both came out at the same time, fittingly. So I think if you look at these two natural use, the natural use we use, the way there's one that I think is the most, integral about the foot when we get her out and get her going, and I think she's the one that was, for lack of better terms, the more majestic looking one. When you get her out and get her stopped, she's the one that really accentuates the front one third, but yet it's still really fresh and feminine in the way that she's covered for this point in the game, and I think that was a really unique breeding piece. And similarly, natural view behind her is one that's maybe a little bit different in the way her stuff is put together, but offers so much blue power in dimension to go with it. Very similar to Fast Winner, but they'll be your grand ruler.
Supreme Champion Meet You goes to Emily Schillenberg with tag 20106, and your reserve Supreme Champion Meet You goes to Heather Hayes.
I'm done with glands. We have goats now. Do you want a little break or just go to eat? Okay, I'm sorry. But I still want to goats. My mom has a picture there. She should. You guys line up. Okay, get lined up. Sorry, she's getting a line. Are all the goats out there?
Now we're starting into our breeding goat show. In our first class, we have ages 0 to 12 months old. We have Brenna Bischoff, another entry by Brenna Bischoff. We have Peyton Bollard, Brooklyn Castile, Lane Clark, Heather Hayes, Laura Hayes, Elizabeth LaRue, and Emma Stipple. Samantha Stone, we need you to come to the announcer's booth, please. Samantha Stone to the announcer's booth.
She's in class 2 though. Yeah, she's in class 1. What class 1 is it? Olivia Dixon. They missed her on the sheet of the extension. She does have one.
Okay. First class, we also have Olivia Dixon.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry guys. Well, they just forgot it on the paper. The extension office is what the code said. Yeah, you'll start with those two, and then they'll say the grand champions, this one, reserve champion, and then they'll have well, no. Actually, I'm wrong. These, we don't do these. Sorry. We'll start with these. Sorry, I'm so confused. Start with all these. When he's finished, there's 3. Sorry, I'm so start with all these. When he's finished, there's 7. Or is there 8? Basically, it's sign up. If you would like to sign up for beef showmanship, sign up. The beef showmanship sign up sheet is posted at the bulletin board at the bottom. Please. Nope. Not like that.
Another announcement for the barn, the beef showmanship sign-up sheet is posted at the bulletin board on the announcer's table.
Do you have 9? Looks like we need 9. Sorry. This is so chaotic. I don't want to do this again. 8, so
When you get into your dojo, I think you start off with a really heater of a class here. But depending on those that we're going to go ahead and use to win, I think this is one that you really have to be gravitating towards pretty quickly. This is one of the more unique features I think that you find in this class. This one's being really explosive about a rip. And she gets out and she moves very, very, correctly at the ground and has a great shape and back to her leg and her foot. And I think this one's just really good in the way that she's constructed from the ground up. Young lady gets it stuck. She can stay good in the spine. She stays good in the chest forward. And I think this one's just really kind of solid in the way she's made. And she'll go ahead and win. The dough we're going to go ahead and use them too. I think this one is one that checks a lot of boxes for me.
just in case you don't have to.
She's a doe that offers a lot of maternal characteristics. She isn't exotically wild in either way or another. Her 1/3 really accelerated, but she offers a lot of good rib and volume. to it and really has that, bruiso type look to her that we're going after and I think offers some stoutness that will be really beneficial, the next day way down the line. As we find the earlier, later maturing does that's going to come through, yeah, this is the one that's, by far the youngest in the class and puts herself out to be one. But when you start studying this one for skeleton, I think this one offers a lot of unique pieces in terms of the way that she comes out of the rib and stays so explosive over the top. But yet has a good belly and good sweeping grip to it. I think that'll be really beneficial in production. Not to take anything away from the doe that goes forward. She's one that, might just become a little more average in the way that she's constructed in her muscle shape. One that has plenty of river and power that'll go on and make a good productive doe for the young lady. Similar story as we look down the line. Doe that comes max offers plenty of rib. Might not be, accelerated on third and is creative to look at from the side, but, at the end of the day, a really good solid base doe to start with. Black-headed doe that comes next. One that you really have to like for the look that she gives you. But when you get her out, we'll have to hold her a little bit. This one's going for a little bit more narrow in terms of her rib construction. She's the one that gets a little more confident in terms of her, flanking over areas there. But one that handles nice and has a lot of good shape to her. And you have to like what she has in front one-third. But really nice doe for the young lady. As we move down the line, as we get here on the bottom, last couple of those here. Really good rib shape, good structure to them. Just need to add some good pieces to them. They offer a lot of things, but don't have, those pieces that really stick out from some of the ones ahead of them. There's a lot of good pieces to them. We just need to add some fill and some extra add dimension and those types of things.
First place goes to Heather Hayes. Second, Brenna Bischoff. Third, Laura Hayes. Fourth, Brooklyn Castillo. Fifth, Olivia Dixon. Sixth, Brenna Bischoff. Seventh, Kate Boyard. Eighth, Lane Clark. And ninth, Elizabeth LaRue. We'll keep first and second place on standby. Come back at the ring to compete for Grand Champion Female Breeding Group. So our second class, we have one entry, age over 24 months old, exhibited by Olivia Mitchell.
Really nice finger mystery to kind of wrap up the doe so well. One you have to like from the side. This one's a little older than some of the does we poured through in the last class. Young lady said she's in production, and for having a set of kids under it at some point recently, I think she's an adequate back cover for this rest of the year as far as ratings being coming in. Hopefully we can get back. The other one offers a lot of good ribs, a lot of good pieces. Stays good by the deep legs, offers a good top to her. Really productive, nice doe for the young lady to take home and produce a good bit of strength.
First place goes to Olivia Mitchell. Now we'll have the first place with Olivia Mitchell in Class 2, and first and second place, first by Heather Hayes and second Brenna Bischoff in Class 1 to come back for Grand Champion Female Breeding Goat.
Yeah, they get banners. Sorry. Thank you. And since we didn't give these, we'll get the brand will get that one in reserve. And since I got
as we get out in your doe show and we go to look about selecting your brand and reserve, I think those two match up fairly easily in my mind. You know, when we think about breeding pieces and livestock in general, we're looking at something that's good as the ground means, got a good foot on it, and then have all those animal pieces that go with it. And then if we get that build, that's when we can start adding some things on. And I think the doe here that we use out of that first class does just that. Initially, I think the one that comes behind her second has those extra pieces. We've got a good base, we've got good PCLA, we've got that animal road shape, and then when we start adding in these hands that are so extended and this extra look and high presentation, it just accelerates all those different pieces to make them look the way that they do. And I think this pair matches up very handily in that way. I think the young lady here will be grand, and the young lady with the second next back will go reserve during the week.
Our grand champion female breeding goat goes to Heather Hayes, and our reserve champion female breeding goat goes to Brenda Bishop. Next, we'll go into our dairy goat show. First class, we have 2 entries, both by Sophia Sereno, ages 6 months to 1 year.
And this is the grand champion dairy goat. They're gonna be done. They're gonna be done. Skinny and tall.
As we get into your dairy goat show, we only get a few entries, but I don't think that takes away from the quality of the many. I think we're going to go ahead and use the black goat here to win. This is the one I think that is more ample in the construction of the hip, from which to pin. This is the one I think is, more adequate in the way in terms of the vertical setting in comparison to the one that kind of falls behind her. I like how she ties under her leg. I think she's a little bit more, constructed in a way that she's safer and sound going in the back too, rather than the one that comes in second. They fall in the hip percentage is slightly different, and equally comes to the ground at a different angle. And I believe the black goat will be the safer and sound better than two. But not to take anything away from the one that goes second. One that has plenty of rail and plenty of capacity to go with her, but this doesn't have those extra safe pieces to go with her. They'll be your grand number.
Grand champion dairy goat goes to Sophia Sereno, and reserve grand champion dairy goat also goes to Sophia Sereno. And that concludes our breeding sheep and goat show, and now if our banner winners will proceed to the backdrop for photos with our judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't get a chance to say here, I didn't realize we were wrapping up so quickly, but just wanted to thank everybody for the opportunity to come out to court. I really appreciate being able to come out here and evaluate your livestock. And equally, if I can be of any help to you here at the conclusion of the show about anything, feel free to come up, ask whatever. I'm not going to say I'm the best resource, but I'll be more happy to talk to you. Thank you.
I did fill this stuff out in the book, and then after photos of how to sign it and stuff.
I'm like, get that to you.